What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Volrath, the Shapestealer. Ooh! Volrath is a 21 blue, black, green, 7/5 legendary mutatable creature shapeshifter. Mutations, when you mutate, target opposing creature gets -1/-1. Then this creature gains a random basic evergreen ability. This is a lot more handier than I thought it would be. When this creature is cast as a mutation, the mutated creature's base power and toughness becomes 7/5. Noise. This is a M21 masterpiece. Okay, so initially when I got this, I wasn't very impressed, and I wound up looking at it thinking, all right, how do I break this? People are going to get it. They want to know how to use it. What's the best way to do it? My initial thought was, let's just get some really cheap to cast mutation cards, get them on the board, mutate them with Volrath, and then get a bunch of those mutation cards and just keep continuing to cast them. And you can do that if you want to use the Vadrock, Chord of Calling, and Repeated Reverberation combo. That would work for this into infinity, and you wind up swinging. But truth is, you could use even a 2/2 creature and eventually get to a point where you've got enough beef stick to go swing and win the game. So I was thinking there's got to be a faster way to be able to ramp that. And as I looked around, I realized that, what if tokens were to work? And in this case, the challenge with tokens is you can't mutate a token. Lame. That's really lame. You can't mutate a token. Okay, so how do we abuse tokens, though? Because tokens are really out there. And enter leaders. So leaders' abilities are, in this case, like let's take Linden, for example. As this creature enters the battlefield, it exiles all tokens you control with any of the given subtypes and is reinforced for each token and token reinforcement it exiled. Aha! If a token with any of the given subtypes would enter the battlefield under your control, this creature is reinforced instead. So what's important to note is when a creature is reinforced, this isn't a token, but every time a human or a knight token enters the board, it gets reinforced. And every time this creature is reinforced, if it's mutated, it triggers its mutation ability. Aha! So what we wind up doing is we actually go look to see how do we get as many human knights. Now this is the Pauper build. Now I'm going to tell you right away. This build uses 2 mythics, or a masterpiece and a mythic. So kind of cheating here. It's Pauper-ish, but everything else here should be rare or lower. All right, so Call of the Copper Coats. I'm not 100% sold on this card. You might want to flex it out for something that generates knights. I've experimented with knights. The problem with knight token generating cards is they're very expensive, 16 to 18 mana to cast. So instead I opted to go for human soldiers or humans period in tokens. And Call of the Copper Coats is a nice little easy to cast, only 9 mana white card. Create X human soldier tokens. X is 3 plus the number of reinforcements of target opposing creature. Now here's where it gets good. Then you may drain 6 mana from your hand. If you do, repeat this effect once. So in essence, if they've got one creature on the board, and if it's just one, realistically, you're going to have one. Maybe they're reinforced a couple of times, but one. If it's reinforced multiple times, you're probably losing the game. But if it's one creature on that side, that means you're getting 4 tokens, reinforced her 4 times, which makes her a 2/2. But instead of a 2/2, she's a 7/5, so 4 times 7 is 28. So that means times 2, that's 60 minus 4, it's 56. 56 plus in ability to Linden, the Steadfast Queen. Very powerful. So next is Commanding Presence. It's a 9 mana white spell aura. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains first strike. That's important with someone who has Defender and Vigilance. That creature gains Enchanted. When this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's Planeswalker, create a human soldier token. Aha, another 7/5. All right, Rally the Throne. This is a 9 mana white spell card. Create 3 white human tokens, adamant white. Then you gain life for each creature you control. Here's a card I've never played with before. Hero of Precinct 1. It's an 8 casting white human 3/3 warrior. When this creature enters the battlefield, create a white human token. Okay? Whenever you cast a colored card, though, where's it going to be colored? Create a white human token. So every time we're casting a colored card, which I don't think we're running any colorless in this deck, we're creating a new white human token every time. So it's reinforcing. Consecrate Consume to be able to deal with threats on the board and gain a little life. And then we fuel it all with the Gates engine. Gonna miss them when they're gone. Gateway Plaza, Selesnya Guildgate, Azorius Guildgate. You know what they do. If you haven't watched the rest of my videos, I spotlight them frequently in my Pauper builds. Okay, let's give it a shot and let's go see what it does. All right, looks like we're going to be facing the Yogi with Nissa, World Waker. Let's get it on. All right, well, let's see if we can beat her combo super quickly. All right, let's see what we have. Yeah, let's check the greens. All right, and that is good. We can just start amassing tokens right away. 1, 2, 3. Boom, I gained life for 2. So it is per token. So that is 2 creatures, or gave me 2 life. Interesting. There she is. Let's get this ready to go. All right, we're going to take that 5 swap. Thank you for the free mana. Here, a 4 drop. All right, cool. That's everything. So now she's up to there. We're going to target her. She's got first strike now, defender, and she's getting pumped again. So she's already up to a 16/16. So this is a spotlight just on her. She's an amazing card. She's really, really, really powerful. I've never played with her before. I've never tried to abuse her in this way. That doesn't sound right, but I'm going to stick with it. And I'm really enjoying her here. All right, cool. And every time she attacks, we're gaining life because of her ability. One of her abilities is, I didn't even read her, did I? Whenever she attacks, she gains life for, I think, the number of creatures yet. Let me double check right now. All right, there's he. Whenever this creature attacks, gain X life. X is this creature's reinforcement. So we gain 7 reinforcements, and we're gaining 7 life every time we attack. So this is 8. I'd really like to get Volrath. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna try to go into my ultimate ability here. In fact, so much so that, oh no, we'll go here. All right, that got us into our 3rd. That triggers, gives us the weenie creature. And here we go. Every time we're attacking, we're hitting our opponent. We're creating that bigger deal, or we're creating a bigger Linden. Now those creatures just butt up against the wall that is Linden. And I want to swing for game here, so let's see if we can make it happen right here. Come on, Volrath, where are you? There. Magic's easy, my friends. Puzzle Quest is simple. You just draw what you need. It's as simple as that. Now let's see if I can get enough landfall here. Here it is, right here. Actually, what do I want? I want you, and I want you, and we're going to flip you. We're going to put you above there. And that's a sequence. Volrath first, then Commanding Presence. If I can get Hero out and the rest of it, let's say I get some nutty drops. Let's see what we get. There's blue, there's green. Anything else? Nope. We're going to mutate. We're going to mutate her. Look, she's 22/22. Select. She goes to 86/62. We put that on him. Creates 3 more human tokens. 93/67 is what we're swinging for. Not too shabby. Not too bad. Well played, Tamiyo. Well played. Of course, I'm running Tamiyo because I want to run her 3rd ability to draw that all up. And in fact, now that I think about it, so as we're looking at the deck again, blue, black, green, and every other card is white or colorless. So you could go green and white, you could go black and white, you could go blue and white, and be able to pull this deck off. That's the Pauper build. What adjustments would you make? I think it's pretty swag. It works really, really well. Very synergized. The only downside to this build is you have challenges drawing Volrath. But fiddle with it. Let me know what you think. But that's enough of the Pauper. Let's go look at some OP build. Welcome, my friend, to Standard Volrath Insect. So this focuses on Volrath and Hatchery Spider. That's his leader, is Insect. Undergrowth 14. So he's a 13/3/5 reach green spider with leader for Insect. Undergrowth 14. When this creature enters the battlefield, pick one of the first 2 different creatures or supports from your library. Fetch that card. It gains X mana. You know I like free stuff. He's a mythic. And in that, we bring in Izani, the Thousand-Eyed. 14 mana for a black-green 4/5 legendary elf shaman who has Undergrowth 6. When this creature enters the battlefield, create X Golgari insect tokens. Activate 2, lose a creature reinforcement, gain 4 life, and draw a card. Fancy pantsy. But we're not done yet. Oh, train me. 14 mana for 6/6. Blue, black, green, legendary trample mutate creature. Destroy the first 3 different creature cards from your library. When you cast it as a mutation, that's what happens. When this creature deals combat damage to your opponent's planeswalker, return the first creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It gains full mana. I like full mana. It's a masterpiece for my Ikoria. We got to have some commons in here because this is one of the most important commons in the game. Gather the pack 6 mana green spell card. Move the next creature from your library to your hand. If there are 8 or more green gems on the board, move that second creature from your library to your hand. None of that's important. This is. Destroy the next 4 creatures in your library. Put them in the graveyard, whatever they are. And you know what? Not good enough. Let's add some more masterpieces. 15 mana for a red-green Killer Instinct. Enchantment, while this support's on the board, your creatures gain haste. At the beginning of your turn, fetch the first creature from your library and move it to the battlefield under your control. At the end of your turn, lose a creature reinforcement. If it can't, destroy your first creature. Masterpiece from, I don't know which set that is. Court of Calling. We want to go fetch it quickly. It's a mythic spell card. You know what it is. Pick one of the first 3 creatures from your library. Fetch that creature. It gains X mana times 3, which is its stored mana. So 6 times 3 is 18 is the casting cost of that card. Deathbridge Chant. More masterpieces. 16. Support card enchantment. At the beginning of your turn, destroy the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard, up to 8. Then return the first creature from your graveyard to your hand. It gains full mana. Freebies, baby. Not enough death and rebringing from the graveyard. 13, this is a card that has escape, spell card, rescue from the underworld. Destroy target creature you control. Then pick 2 of the last 4 creatures from your graveyard. Return those creatures to the battlefield under your control. When this card enters your graveyard from anywhere, create up to 2 graveyard gems. This is a rare card. And Shadow Spear, because we don't like them not being able to be targeted. 10 mana. Artifact equipment. While on the board, the first creature gets +3/+3, gains lifelink and trample. Trample's important. While on the board, your opponent's creatures lose and can't gain hexproof or prevent damage. This deck is so synergized. It is so fun. It gives you all your creatures for free. Let me show you how. Kind of gets you here and over here. A little bit over here. All right, so what we want to do is we want to get creatures into the graveyard, and we want to get our critter out as quickly as possible. So let's go here, green, white. And I always forget, green and black. Only color swaps that matter are green and black for this guy right here. All right, so another thing we like to do is as quickly as possible, we go get Killer Instinct out. Makes a huge difference. Like, I will forego everything. Killer Instinct will win the game all by itself a lot of times. All right, he's fast. You are fast, but my cards will be faster. We have a potential for black drop, landfall. Nope. Next one. Took his red from him, though. All right, now we got black. What is this? Is that you? I mean, that's you. All right, so let's take your deal. That puts Killer Instinct on the board. Next turn, we start getting some stuff. Now, the neat thing is with Izani, when she hits the board and she's creating tokens, then that really works well. Any creature that you're using with Killer Instinct that creates tokens is a really good deal. It works really, really well. All right, what does this do? All right, we're not going to do that. We're not going to cast any creatures once we get our hand put together. Let's go there. Yep. And let's go get Otrimi. Because what we want to do is mutate so we can get some creatures into the graveyard. We're going to use his mutate ability on that. We're going to strike. We got a creature for free in our hand now. And now the party starts to begin. And what's great with this build, you'll notice I don't have Song of Creation in here. I tested this with Song. It doesn't work well with Song. Song fills your hand up, and then it dumps everything out of your hand. So, and then if you don't have Tamiyo in place, then it empties your hand, and all the cards you get back that have full mana just wind up going back into the graveyard. No good. If you do have Tamiyo, your hand's full so that you can't draw those cards in the first place. So Song, this is one of the few decks and builds that Song doesn't actually work. Okay, so now back to this. Leader Insect, Undergrowth 14. When this creature enters the battlefield, pick one of the first 2 different creatures or supports from your library and fetch that card. It gains X mana. So we're going to select it yes. We already have Killer Instinct, so we want Shadow Spear now. It gains 7 mana. That means there's 7 creatures in my graveyard. So I want to cast this. And now what I need to do is, now that I've got the combo working, I actually got to throw all these creatures away out of my hand because they're not going to do anything for me. The only cards I'm going to work to cast are things that are close to being cast or Court of Calling. Got it? And the big thing is we want to mutate the Hatchery Spider. We have to mutate the Hatchery Spider. All right, let's get you out of the way. And let's go here. Bam, look at that fall, bro. That is what I'm talking about right there. Let's go gain some life. Let's confirm. Now we want Izani, because she's going to do some massive damage here. We're going to mutate the hatchery spider. We're going to take from him. And we've got Menace now. We're going to confirm. And we're going to go grab Deathbridge Chant, because that's the only other support we don't have. Got it? Now, Izani hits the board. We start getting up to 6 more creatures that reinforce us. We're up to a 5943. And we're not done yet, my friends. We're not done yet. What else do we want to do here? Let's, let's go here. Bam. Oh, not enough. That's okay. Next turn is game. Next turn is game. It's as simple as that. It's not hard. It's not hard. She's going to swing in with her guy there, or he's going to swing in with this guy there. We gain all the life. We're back up to 123 life. So this takes a beating early, but again, confirm. What else do we want? We already have all this stuff, so you start just reinforcing your cards. There's Gather the Pack, make stuff bigger in the graveyard. Let's go here, and let's just win the game. This is game. We draw a card. And then I want to show you this next thing, but I'm not going to be able to. So what I would do, look at that. 94-52. Game, baby. Game. That's how this deck works. What really works well, and one of the things you want to do with a situation is if you get that Return from the Underdark or the Underworld, when you pull that card, you want to go shoot in the face your Izani. Kill her, bring her back, and you can bring 2 of her back if your combination's already comboed. If not, then you want to get the hatchery spider out first, then Izani, so that you're getting all of the benefits with that. There's all kinds of little tips and tricks to play this deck. This deck is a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed playtesting this build. If you have these cards, I cannot encourage you enough to build this deck. It's so much fun. Listen, my friend, I hope you enjoyed today's quest. As always, I invite you to join our quest long-term and join our campaign, my friends. All you have to do is click like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what it is, your cards you've pulled, you want me to build around, and I will see you in our next quest. Till then, swords up, my friend.